friends, I'm Sister Marla Clerks from St. Elizabeth and Seton. I know growing up, one of the things that our parents really instilled in us was that necessity to say both please and especially thank you. And whether we wrote thank you notes for birthday or Christmas presents we received, or if we said a personal thank you when someone did something for us or maybe even complimented us, it was very important that we learn to thank others. And friends, hopefully as we do learn to thank others, we especially learn to go back to the source of all blessing, that we learn too to thank our God. And in our readings this weekend, we have the two powerful stories of giving that gratitude back to God. In the first, we have the gospel of the familiar story of the 10 lepers, who on their own initiative cry out to Jesus and say, "Have pity on us." And Jesus heals all 10 of them and sends them home. And they return with excitement and enthusiasm, not only back to their family and friends, but also back to the community, back to life in the society. One returns to thank Jesus. One remembers to go back to the source of that blessing. The other 9, I'm sure, were grateful in their own way, were enthused and excited about the fact that they had been healed, but they forgot the source of that healing. They forgot to go back to Jesus, the Son of God, and say thank you. In our first reading from 2 Kings, we have the foreign general Naaman. He's also a leper. He also is cured, but not by his own initiative. He has others who take that initiative for him. When they have conquered another army and they take a little girl as captive, the little girl becomes the servant of Naaman's wife. And she tells him about Elisha and says he could heal him of his leprosy. Well, Naaman doesn't want to act on that, so a letter is sent to the king of Israel's army saying, would you please intercede on his behalf? And so Elisha finally tells Naaman, go wash in the water 7 times. But still he doesn't want to do it because he thinks it's a waste of time. It's his servants who talk him into it. And sure enough, through the intercession, through the initiative of all those people who care about him, he is cleansed of his leprosy. He too goes back to the source. He goes first to Elisha and says, please, can I give you anything? And Elisha denies it. He said, I don't want anything. And so Naaman says, can I at least take some soil with me so that I can go back home and build this altar to your God? So again, he knows that the source of the healing wasn't just Elisha, wasn't anything that he had done, but went back to that graciousness, that love of God for him. And so, friends, perhaps there are different ways in which we come to realize those times, those places, those needs that we have to give thanks to God. Maybe we're taught early on to do so. Maybe it's through friends encouraging us to do so. Maybe it's on our own initiative. Whichever of those 3 it is, may we be those who always remember to go back to the source of the blessing, and to be like Naaman too, and take it a step further, and to change our lives in a way that says, this is truly the God, this is truly the Christ that I now worship.